So guys, today in Ultimate Team, EA have given us a Ligue 1 Player of the Month, Jonathan Bamba, and in this video today, we're of course going to do a player review. If you need to get your hands on some coins to improve your Ultimate Team, then check out the link in the description, igvault.com, and if you use the code Kieron at checkout, you'll get yourself a pretty nice discount. Now this card actually looks pretty nice on face value, but it certainly does not look particularly cheap. You need an 85 rated team and two 86 rated teams, so yeah, certainly not a cheap SBC, but let's get it done anyway, and let's see what this card is like. So for the Ligue 1 squad, this is what we'll be submitting. We have a Premier League / Spanish kind of theme going on, and then we've got a cheeky little Keylor Navas at striker to get the Ligue 1 requirement. For the National Duty SBC, we have a Premier League / Bundesliga kind of hybrid, and for that one we get a rare mixed players pack. And then for the final team, the top form SBC, this is what we're submitting. Lots of Serie A, a couple of Brazilians, and then an informed James Rodriguez for the informed requirement. And now the SBCs are complete. Jonathan Bamba is heading into the club, and I'm really hoping he's good, to be honest, because yeah, he's been pretty expensive to complete, but we'll talk more about the price later on in the video. Okay, so let's now have a closer look at this item. 4-star, very good to see on a winger. High work rates, I actually don't mind too much. In terms of traits, there is nothing to discuss, but in-game stats look brilliant, to be honest. Plenty of dark green attributes on the screen, and that is certainly something you want to see when you spend this amount of coins on a player. Shooting column looks pretty nice, 85 finishing and 89 shot power as a base stat, and with the chem style which we've applied, which is finisher, those stats in-game should be maxed to 99 each. Passing looks pretty solid, to be honest. Nice crossing rating of 90 and really good shot passing of 87. So who knows, we might have a really good in-game cam with this guy. Dribbling also looks very solid. In-game he will have 99 agility for us thanks to the chem style. Also really good ball control of 89 and really good in-game dribbling of 89, which is going to get that plus 10 boost as well. And then finally, physically, how is he looking? Alright. Okay, stamina of 83 and a nice combination of strength and aggression, neither of which are outstanding, but they're both good together as a combo, so hopefully he's not too easily dispossessed of the football. Anyway, I think we've spoken for long enough. Let's just get into some games and let's see if this card represents good value for money or not. So for Bamba's debut, we are up against a full, no, I was going to say Serie A there. It's definitely not a Serie A side, it's a La Liga side. So yeah, nice team featuring one to watch Suarez, who doesn't have the best of pace, so hopefully we can defend quite well in this game. Now that I've said that, I'm probably going to concede numerous goals. So I don't know what's happened in this game. We're all in this same white strip, and at the same time, everyone also has the number 42 on their back. This is actually really frustrating, especially for a player review, where I want to be identifying Bamba, which I should be able to easily via the position, but still, not ideal. There's Griezmann looking for space. Bamba is in that space. Is he going to come across? He is. Can we get round? Oh, I tried to do too much there. The link up. Bamba whips the ball into the box. He finds Ansu Fati, and Ansu Fati does really well to finish that chance, to be honest. And just like that, we have a 1-0 lead. Tackle in the box. He finds Bamba, who's going to get round his man, and then with the finesse, whips the ball into the back of net, and just like that, it's 2-0. Bamba in space. Simple ball across the box. Ansu Fati gets to it, but sadly doesn't get the right connection, and we don't make it free. Bamba in space, leaves the player on the floor, and then the shot was heading into the back of net, but for some reason Sergio Ramos knew about that and was hiding on the goal line. Mbappe, nice bit of link up here, balls across the box, there's Griezmann, and there's free. It's another cross, and it's another goal. And after that one, my opponent has indeed rage quit. So a pretty good first outing for Bamba, getting on the score sheet and setting up 2 other goals. Won't lie, my opposition there wasn't the best of defenders, so hopefully we get a stiffer test in the next few games. In the next game, we face this. Now, overall, it's a solid side, but his red picks are probably the weak links in his team. Like, I'm not too worried about coming up against an informed Bamford or an informed Gabriel, to be honest, because they just don't really have great pace. So, let's see how we get on. Just as I say that, he pauses instantly, and I believe he's made some subs. So I think the 2 players that I identified might be getting subbed off. Space to roam here, and if you give him that, he's going to find the ball across the box, and Ansu Fati's shot was blocked. Do you remember I mentioned the subs? Yeah, well, Neymar's just come on for Bamford. This team is much better than I expected it to be now. Bamba, surrounded by many. Oh, but he's got through them with some great dribbling, but the shot, in the end, just wasn't the best. I should have probably put a bit more power into that shot, but if I'm being honest, I thought the finesse was going to be enough, but alas, it was not. Griezmann. Oh, good touch. Bamba in behind, has a chance to make it 1-0, and he does so. That was a great first touch and an excellent finish as well. Nice finesse into the far side of the net. Griezmann in behind for Bamba, who's now got a chance. Flicks it across the box, and Robertson's there. Now, plenty of space to run into. Can we find the right ball into the box? Yes, we can. Griezmann makes it 2. That RB cross is still so overpowered after the patch. If you don't know how to do it, on PlayStation, R1 and cross. On Xbox, RB and cross. Oh, Bamba's going to be free here, because Wan-Bissaka's nowhere near. And Bamba is up against Gabriel, who just isn't going to have the pace. Can we get the ball on the inside? We can. Oh, Robertson does well there. What a ball that is from Alisson, by the way. I don't know how that has actually happened, but Bamba. Oh, we've missed it. I was about to say Bamba's just made it free, but he's missed with a header. I suck at headers this year. I really, really do. I still think that should go in, but yeah. Okay, so for the second half, like I said previously in the video, I want to test him out centrally, so we're going to do exactly that. We'll put him at cam, and we'll bring Rashford off the bench. Here we go, counter-attack FC. Can we find the right through ball? Oh, I think I was a bit too late on the release there. Or was I? Or was I? Oh, well, I guess I wasn't. The through ball was clearly perfectly timed, and Kylian Mbappe scored a really nice finesse. I think even my opponent thought that was offside. I certainly did. I stopped sprinting for a second. On the inside, finds Bamba. Interesting angle, but Edison with the save. Finds the ball to Mbappe. The link-up play is nice. It's a tighter angle, and he's gone off his left foot, but he's got enough shot power in it. And it's fired across the goal into the back of the net, and our 3-goal lead is restored. So the full-time whistle has just been blown, and we got ourselves a 5-3 victory. My opponent got some late goals, but for the most part, I felt pretty in control in this game. Bamba with 4 goal involvements in that game. I like him both out wide and in the cam role, so yeah, pretty happy with performances, thus far. Okay, so after a few more matches with Player of the Month Bamba in the team, it's time to review his performances, and all in all, very good item to be honest. It played really well for me, and straight up, I don't think there's a particular standout negative for this card. There isn't anything that he's like really, really bad at, so that's quite nice. And plenty of positives to discuss as well, but the main thing to discuss is definitely the value for money, which we will come on to in the end. But for now, let's discuss the attributes. So obviously one of the main pros is the pace. He's very quick. Pretty quick in game, which is obviously very nice, and does get down the wings quite easily, which is obviously great to see, and that's obviously a key part of being a winger, that pace. His dribbling is also very, very nice. I like the agility. Obviously the chem style helped out with that. He felt good for skill moves. I like the balance, because even when he's knocked, he stayed on his feet, and his ball control felt very, very good as well. So all in all, with possession at his feet, I do think he is very, very good. I do wish his reaction stat though was a bit better, but all in all, when in possession of the ball, very, very nice. He doesn't feel like super agile. I wouldn't say that he feels as agile as the stats suggest, because in game he technically had 99 for us with the chem style. I wouldn't say he feels like he's got 99 agility, but it still does feel quite nice with the ball, very fluid for the most part. I liked his shooting. I think his finishing for a winger is very, very good. I like the finesse shots and the power shots. The guy can certainly score goals. You could certainly use this guy as a striker if you wanted to. He hasn't got the best composure for a striker, but his finishing and shot power stats are very, very good. Positioning for the most part was good in terms of run making, but with him having those high work rates, you can sometimes find him, you know, pallying up to the left back. So stay forward attacking instruction on him could be something to consider. And then that passing attributes, how are they? Very good once more. The guy can certainly distribute off both the left foot and the right foot. So yeah, I do believe he could do a pretty good job as a central cam if you wanted to use him in that role. But to be honest, I liked him off that left edge, cutting inside. He was very, very good at that. Also, I thought his crossing was pretty nice, and I think you saw that in the footage as well. So that leaves us with the physicals to discuss, which they're alright. As I say, I don't think there is a standout negative for this card, but his stamina didn't hold up too well for me. I thought he tired quite a bit, but obviously I was running with him a lot, so that has to be considered. And his strength and aggression are pretty average as a whole. They're not terrible, but they're not great, so there is that. But all in all, a very good item, and for 300k, it's not awful value, but I really don't think it's good value. We get so many left mids, left wingers in FIFA in promos, so if I'm being honest, I wouldn't advise going out and completing this SBC. I just don't think it's a good value for money, unless you know you're going to use this card a lot throughout the year, especially with a promo like Footmas coming up. If they do it, of course, even if Footmas doesn't come, they'll do some sort of December promo. We're going to get a lot more wingers, so I just can't advise this card because I don't think it's good value for money. It's still a very good item, but in terms of coins, especially considering it's untradeable as well, that you can't get back, I wouldn't advise you guys to complete this SBC unless you're going to commit to using him for the next few months, which, if you've got a lot of coins, save up for Neymar. Neymar is definitely better than this Bamba. I know he's a lot more than this Bamba, but in terms of value for money, you'll definitely get more out of a Neymar, especially with it being tradable. So, yeah, there is that. Anyway, I'm rambling, so let's wrap this video up. Good card, but ultimately not worth the money in my opinion. Guys, I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, please do leave a like rating on it in the comments below. Let me know any questions you may have. I'll answer them the best I can. Subscribe if you're new. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next